Our next comedian has lived, worked, and visited and touched down in more than 42 countries. He is a yogi. He is a designer. He is fabulous. But most of all of his comedian time, he is killing it on the Route 7 corridor. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Kuiper!
Thank you so much. I'm Jerry Kuiper, and I have a special app. I can see all of you. Now, some of you think you're behind this black thing, but I can see what you're doing, and you all look fabulous. I see a woman with a beautiful sundress over there. Oh, that's my wife. Thank you. And I love the touch of gray. I pretty much see a lot of gray, and that's beautiful. And oh my, we all put on a few, didn't we? I'm sorry about that. That'll end someday. So in the age of Corona, we all need variety, surprise, and discovery in our lives, or at least a break from everyday routine. I discovered a simple way to spice things up with my pod pal, AKA my wife. I call her a new name every day. In the age of Zoom, everyone needs a Zoom handle, a Zoom brand. So today, my wife is Chatterly, which signals her expertise in chatting on Zoom. And since she's a lady, that makes me Lady Chatterley's love. Full disclosure, I don't like this, but for years I have known I'm better in small doses. It happens. In the age of Corona, I've discovered just how very, very small those micro doses need to be. After months of isolation, what the heck do you talk about? I developed 3 conversation starters that you should feel free to use. Was civilization just a huge Ponzi scheme? Less lethal force. I just learned that term. Does that create people who are less dead? Wouldn't it be better if we, instead of tear gas, please use laughing gas? And on a lighter note, how much floss have you used in your lifetime? As of right now, I have used just over 5 miles of floss. Now, many aspiring comedians, including some of my colleagues, have identified their ultimate goal, a Netflix special. Why not think big? And I'd be there with them if I was still in my 40s, 50s, or whatever. Anyway, I'm headed in the opposite direction. Small, random acts of humor. I came up with a simple act that you also may choose to practice until it spreads around the world. After I use a private or public restroom, I carefully fold the toilet tissue into a point for the next customer. Barbara, could you? Oh, thank you, Barbara. Who aren't quite as visually inclined. This always has to go on the outside, by the way. Just like they do with the finest hotels. But my plan, as most do, had one flaw. I have to hang around to experience their delight of discovery. Awkward. All comedians crave audience reaction, so I upped my game. Elder hours at Whole Foods. A small audience of several people, no fine-tuning or memorization of bits, from a spark in my brain to direct action with absolutely no filters. Last Thursday at Whole Foods, Chatterly and I found a shopping list in the cart. The spark, the magic we had been missing in our lives for months. Let's just use this list. So to pay it forward, I left our list in a Neville, and we went in. Now, our Beyond Beef burgers transformed into veal cutlets. Our rutabaga, boom, black beans, and our cave-aged Gouda, parentheses, that is the correct pronunciation in Dutch, not Gouda, Shazam, organic cheese whiz. Best meal I ever had. On the way out, I left her a thank you note in my cart. Yesterday, we were back. As soon as we entered, I saw a full cart overflowing with mangoes, marked at $1.99 each. I nodded at the fruit guy, grabbed his cart, and wheeled toward the checkout. The 14 or less item checkout, to be precise. As Maggie finished with her customer, "How many do you have there?" 178. That sounds about right to me. I have this obsession with even numbers. Couple that with a dash of stocker-upper, hoarder-prepper syndrome, and I naturally buy 2 of most things. Not that unusual, but I put them on the checkout belt in pairs. I can't stop myself. Sure, to be easier on the cashier, but with a more obscure goal. 2 mango juices, 2 apples, 2 loaves of cranberry walnut 12-grain bread, never the 11-grainer, 2 turkey turkeys, 2 granny granolas, and a pair of pears. Pairs of items side by side, 6 inches apart, inching toward the cash register in an even, orderly fashion. Me slightly watching Maggie May. Finally, she looks over and says the words I've been longing to hear. Matching 2 by 2 into Noah's Ark in the age of Corona. I am beaming, but my grin sags as Maggie replies, "Not my first time at this rodeo." Ugh. Madison Square Garden. I prefer Trader Joe's. Let me just toss on a Hawaiian shirt and you own the place. This is a manager's shirt with local beers on it. I got an answer. I look forward to killing it in cold cuts, a standing ovation in frozen foods, and elbow bumps at checkout. So I'd like to close with, and I know we can't all see each other, but I'd just like to close with a Corona safe hug. And this is so good. You just do whatever you want yourself, and you look into the eyes of those that you love.
Yeah.
Thank you. Stay safe and be well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right on.